Hey everybody, it's the A15 Sports Podcast. Today we're going to be talking about the Cubs, some college recruiting stuff, NBA rumors, and Illinois just added another big recruit today. So first off, the Cubs won their series this past weekend against the Cardinals. They won last night 6-5. And I know Jake's been watching that series pretty heavily. I have not, but we'll let Jake kick her off here.
Yeah, so there's no team in all of professional sports that I despise more than the St. Louis Cardinals. So the feeling when we beat them, when we absolutely suck, is amazing. And as you can read, my shirt says St. Louis is boring. It is boring. It's a Chicago thing, so I don't really care what Cardinal fans think. They can think what they want. It's all for fun. So
I do think their stadium's nice.
It is nice.
It is a nice
Ballpark Village
stadium.
is nice. We're not downgrading the surrounding areas or that baseball kind of feeling you get when you go there, but
it's not as fun as Chicago.
No way. So yeah, the Cubs took 2 of 3 from St. Louis, and if that's the first place team in the division, and the Cubs just took 2 of 3, and they're 4-4 versus the Cardinals all year. I don't understand the thought process of why they can't compete next year. I mean, every time we play the Cardinals, it seems like they're back and forth games, and I just don't understand the Cubs' thought process and why they don't want to compete every year like St. Louis does. But it is what it is.
I admire the Cardinals organization.
Yeah, they do win. They don't win it all every year, but they're there, and they have a chance to win it all every year.
They're putting forth more of an effort in the past few years than we have, or we currently are.
And I don't even we have way more revenue than them. Not that they don't sell their stadium out, but a lot. But we just are the market and everything. Chicago, like I don't get it. Like it should be an every year thing.
Yeah, we're doing pretty bad this year, and I mean obviously don't have any expectations now, but we look forward to next year and the 2023 draft, the draft when that comes up,
and they'll probably have a top pick, which
probably top 8.
I don't really care about the MLB draft. It takes players 4 or 5 years to even see anything,
and then it might not even happen, as we saw with Brennan Davis was going to be a stud probably.
I really like him.
Hopefully he still makes it to the league, but now we're going to have to wait a long time. So it's not like the NFL or the NBA where they just come in, they get plugged in and play.
We need to give a big shout out to Kyle Hendricks because he absolutely shoves it versus the Cardinals every time he pitches. And they don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why they can't hit Kyle Hendricks because a lot of teams can. But he is 6-1 at Busch Stadium. He has a 13-3 record overall versus the St. Louis Cardinals since he's been on the Cubs with a 2.69 ERA. And he just, I don't know, it's something about the Cardinals where he just finds his groove and they can't figure out how to hit an 84-mile-an-hour fastball. I don't know, but he shoves it, and he did again at Busch Stadium in front of 35,000 people, and it felt awesome.
He's been great for a long time, and hopefully he's able to finish his career out with the Cubs. But
yeah,
they might end up nailing him.
That's a touchy subject. I don't know that he's going to, because you just can't continue to. I mean, I know he shoves it versus the Cardinals, but you just can't continue to give up home run like he's been giving up home runs a lot lately. But we'll save that for another day when it happens. But the Cubs have also won 4 out of 5 series at Busch Stadium, so they must like playing down there because half of the fans are Cub fans. So
who they got coming up this week? The Cubs.
They got the Reds Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm going Wednesday, and then they got the Red Sox that come into town this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They haven't been at Wrigley Field since 2012. I don't remember who won that series.
We went to one of those games.
We did. Or we went to the Yankee game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought we went and watched the Red Sox, but I think I did see the Red Sox play the Cubs one time.
So it'll be an interesting series when the Red Sox come to town. They're good. They started off terrible. Other Cub news, Seiya Suzuki is moving fast. He could rejoin the club this Tuesday. He probably wouldn't. I don't think he has a chance to play. Maybe this weekend, probably more of next week. So it'll be nice to get him back. And And then one more thing about the Cubs, and this is bullcrap, but Apple TV is bullshit, and we've paid for the Marquee Network, so every single Chicago Cubs baseball game should be on the Marquee Network because you're older fans, you're fans that don't have smart TVs, and I don't want to hear it 2022 everyone should have a smart TV. That's bullshit way of thinking, and it's not fair to all the fans that don't have it and that started this whole Cub fandom. They deserve to watch the games. I get multiple text messages every time the Cubs are on Apple TV. It's only happened twice. I don't care. It's 2 games I couldn't watch because when I tried to do the Apple TV, it lags and it would pause.
Because it's on Wi-Fi.
And it's 25, when it does work, it's 25 seconds behind the freaking live event. It's bullshit. And it's not cool. So I hope they're probably going to play more games on Apple TV, but I wish they wouldn't.
Well, football's doing the same thing with Thursday night football games coming this year.
So that'll be nice to watch a live event, see a touchdown happen 45 seconds after it does. We'll just go to Twitter, you'll find it out first.
Yeah, that's how it normally happens nowadays.
Rant over about Apple TV, I guess.
Also on Twitter this afternoon was Illinois adding a new recruit. Guy from France, 17 years old, reclassified.
Yeah, I don't know how to I think it's Zachary Perrin. That's probably absolutely wrong.
I think it's pretty close.
But he is a top international basketball product out of Europe. He's 17 and reclassified. He's going to be with the team next year, which bumps them up to the number 1 recruiting class in the Big Ten and the number 6 overall recruiting class in the nation.
Number 2 in the transfer rankings.
Number 2 in the transfer rankings. Brad Underwood.
8 new guys this year.
Brad Underwood's hitting it out of the park. I understand his coaches are the ones probably doing a lot of the work, but they ultimately decide to play for Brad Underwood. He's the head coach.
People are buying in.
Everyone's buying in. People are coming from big-time programs. Shannon Jr. coming from Texas Tech, who's had multiple runs. Sky Clark committing to Kentucky and then decommitting and coming to Illinois. Matthew Meyer coming from Baylor, who just won a national championship.
Jaden Epps.
I mean, people are buying into Illinois basketball, and that's I've tried telling people. I'm not going to say that word, but screw what we've done in the tournament. Throw that out. That could change. Look at what some of Duke's good teams do in the tournament.
Illinois, that's Coach K's fault.
Illinois will get there. But they need to continue to focus on the Big Ten like they have been, and that will transfer over to March. I promise it will. They've made deep runs before multiple times, so they can do it.
As much as you want it to happen, your team can't win it every year.
No, well,
so I see that every year.
I don't know when was the last time a college team went back to back. Was it
Might have been UConn.
UConn with
Kemba Walker,
or one of maybe Kentucky's great teams. I mean,
oh no, but it was UConn as a team, but Kemba wasn't on it the second year. It was that Shabazz Napier. Yeah. Remember him? Yeah.
It don't happen. But this Zachary Perrin had recruits or was being recruited by BYU, Florida, Memphis, Texas, and UCLA.
And they all offered him in the last week.
Everyone, I mean, so these aren't
a few offers today.
These aren't, bottom tier teams. These are all Florida. Oh, Florida went back to back with Noah.
Yeah.
And Billy Donovan.
And Horford.
Yeah. So these aren't, Memphis with Derrick Rose, Texas with Kevin Durant, UCLA, how good they've been. These aren't bum schools. And he chose Illinois. And I read somewhere on Twitter he chose Illinois because he said the facilities are just washed everyone else out of the ballpark. So, I mean, it is what it is.
And he said that he really looks forward to how the coaching staff there at Illinois is going to improve him, get his body ready for the next level.
Look what they did to Kofi. Kofi was not good freshman year. Kofi could barely dribble a basketball. And
Kofi had the physicality, though, the build pretty much
he had the build, but he still needed to pull it out of him. Mm-hmm. And it took a while.
Mm-hmm.
But
he's going to be playing for the Jazz this summer in the G League. Hopefully he makes the team.
But that's, Kofi.
But good for him getting to live out his dream.
And some other really quick news about the Big Ten ACC Challenge. I just got a couple teams here, the ones that I don't really care about all the teams in the conference, but Illinois will host Syracuse in the ACC Big Ten Challenge November 29th. Indiana will play UNC. I don't know where it's at. And Duke will play Ohio State. I believe it's in Cameron. And
you going to be going to that Illinois game?
Yeah, it's on a Tuesday night. So I will. I'll be at that Illinois.
Hey, my new schedule.
Game.
I might be off on Tuesday nights. It's weird. So I'll probably be able to go to more games this year.
You'll be going with me. It'll be a nice Tuesday night
I
trip.
look forward to it. It's been 2 years. Now.
They're going to run Jim Boeheim and Syracuse out of the gym, make him retire after the game, hopefully.
I'm surprised he's still coaching, man. He's up there in age.
Yeah,
he's been doing it for a long time.
He's older than Coach K. He's probably got to be the oldest coach in all professional sports.
He's probably older than Popovich.
Well, Tony La Russa, TLR, he's about pushing 82.
Yeah, they're all up there, but
they need to go.
Age is only, for some of them guys, they can do it.
They think age is just a number.
Yeah. Keep up with your health and stuff. Yeah. You can do it as long as you want. If Coach K would have coached till he was 100, they wouldn't have cared.
Yeah, I'd have loved that.
So, yeah. Over the weekend, Arch Manning committed to Texas, which I'm not shocked by because he probably wants to do his own thing.
He wants to start.
Yeah. Peyton went to Tennessee, Eli to Ole Miss. So I can totally see why he did that. But I don't know what's going to happen there because, him being a Manning and him being the number one recruit, he's going to want to play. But they also got the number one quarterback recruit on their team already this year that transferred from Ohio State.
I thought he was going there because he probably was guaranteed a starting spot, but I didn't know.
Yeah, I guarantee you that they probably guaranteed him a starting spot. But that other kid,
he's got to earn it just like everybody.
The kid from Ohio State, Quinn Ewers, I think it is. He was the number one QB in 2021 class. He reclassified, so he's still got 2 more years left. And I don't know, Arch might have to be behind him, or it might be another Spencer Rattler, Caleb Williams thing, but potentially with some guys that are even more talented potentially. So we'll see if Texas is able to do good things with them. And for Texas's sake, I hope they don't. But him being a Manning, I'm sure he's going to be pretty good.
In his blood.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be solid. So we'll look forward to watching those games. And then by that time, they might be in the SEC. So every single one of those games will be on national TV, probably at 3:30, afternoon games.
Big moment or big spotlight.
Yeah. So a lot of NBA rumors today.
Tons of NBA rumors.
Not a rumor. Supposedly Kyrie Irving just opted into his $37 million deal for another 2 years in Brooklyn with Durant. If Durant ends up staying, who knows? It's always a lot of drama down there and with all the superstars. And they really haven't accomplished anything. They haven't won more than 48 games, I believe, since all those guys got there, not to mention they had James Harden. And those guys didn't even play 20 games together at all 3 of them. So,
well, that's what happens when you get superstars together like that. I mean, it's a good way to think you can win, but a lot of times it don't work out. But what do you think about Vegas having Chicago as a top 3 landing spot for KD?
Didn't they have that for LeBron too? No. Back when he went to Miami.
Oh,
yeah, I don't think
it's gonna happen. But
I don't think it's gonna happen either. The Bulls would have to trade. They'd probably have to trade Levine.
Well, I mean,
we
definitely should be able to afford KD, with being Chicago and in that market. But we'll see.
Might get him. Might get Gobert. It's a lot of mites. It's the NBA offseason. It's the same thing. There will be superstars changing teams like they do every year, and it's a 1-year wonder, and then they leave.
And doesn't free agency start? Is it Thursday?
I thought that was for contracts. I think free agency starts in August.
Okay.
You know what? It might start July.
Because everything you see on Twitter leans to Zach signing with the Bulls.
Yeah.
And getting really close. I mean, they're going to offer him the max. He'd be not wise not to take it. And we'll talk a little bit about the Bulls. Overall, they drafted 18th in the draft last week. They drafted Dalen Terry for the University of Arizona. I think a lot of Bulls fans were questioning it because we just didn't know a lot about him. Neither did I. He played for a Pac-12 team in Arizona, so their games are late at night. I just didn't watch Arizona that much.
Yeah, I haven't heard much about him.
But watching his tape, he looks really good. He looks like he's got His eyes are
Good
always
defender.
up the court. Always up the court. He made some amazing passes I've seen in the highlight, and so we'll see.
Hopefully he's good.
They like him. They say he's a dog in the gym. He's loud. He's vocal. He's everywhere. So we'll see. I don't know. Hopefully it works out.
And I read today on Twitter that when he was younger, instead of birthday presents, he had his mom set up a 3-on-3 basketball tournament, and that's what he did for his birthday. So, and just what you were saying about the NBA free agency, I just looked it up. It starts Thursday at 6.
This Thursday?
Yeah, the early negotiating period or whatever.
So Zach will probably have a max contract with the Bulls by this weekend, I would think.
Yeah, hopefully they don't do it early or something like they did last year, however that happened with Lonzo Ball. Remember what I'm talking about?
No.
They remember it was almost tampering because they signed him too early or something.
Yeah. Did they ever get punished for? I don't think the Bulls ever really got punished.
I thought they lost like a second round.
They I think they did, but like it wasn't nothing major or whatever. We lose a draft.
But hopefully he starts playing though.
So it says he's AK says he's doing good. Everything is leaning towards a lot better than it was a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, and then just to end it on, we'll end it on this. The MLB All-Star break's coming up here pretty soon. Probably not guaranteed, but probably you would think the end for Contreras as a Cub.
I don't, but a lot of they have to they have to have a team around some. I mean, you should keep Contreras and Happ and try to get players to surround them. I mean, if you get rid of Contreras and Happ, I mean, what are you building your team around? Say Suzuki and Christopher Morel? You can need more than that. You've already got two guys that have spent their whole career with the Cubs who want to stay there. You're not going to need to pay either one of them the biggest contracts ever. I mean, Contreras might, you might have to give him a decent contract, but
yeah,
if he doesn't deserve it, I don't know who does. I mean, at some point, the Cubs have to spend money and take a chance. And they need to quit. They need to get their foot out of the mud and just do something. Like, I don't know.
Well, you see the Yankees, it's paying off for them this year.
Oh, what about Aaron Judge? He's coming to the Cubs. Hot take.
Next year?
Yep.
I think he's going to win MVP for the AL this year. So next week we'll be back at it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Leave some comments underneath if you guys think we should change things up, talk about anything, let us know. Jake, anything to add?
St. Louis is boring.